Hey tribe. I finally figured out why meditation is so freaking important. And it has to do with the number zero. So let's start right there. What is zero? Zero is nothing. No thing. Zero is space. Zero is free. Zero is infinite potential. Zero is source. Zero is God. Zero is the most valuable number because from zero everything emerges. Okay, so when you're in meditation, you get back to zero. When you're in meditation, you get access to source. You're in the middle of infinity when you are meditating. You are in the midst of the space where creation happens. You have to know anything, to really know something, you have to have direct experience. Like Terence McKenna always says, direct experience is totally necessary for you to know anything. For example, you can talk to a virgin about sex all day, but until that virgin actually experiences it and has sex, it's not going to be, they're not going to be able to understand it. So the direct experience is what gives us the true understanding and the true feeling of you knowing something. That's what zero does. I mean, that's what zero is. That's what meditation does. Meditation takes you back right into the middle of infinity. So we need to basically directly experience ourselves, and we get a glimpse of that, and it's just a glimpse of it in meditation. We become zero. So why the hell is it so hard to meditate? I know that I have a seriously hard time meditating. I think it's because we've been out of creation mode for a long time, and I don't mean. I mean conscious creation, because we're creating all the time. We're just not conscious about it. And if you are not conscious about the fact that you're creating, then your creatorship is being taken advantage by someone who is aware that you are a creator. So we've been out of the conscious creation mode for a very long time. Most of us usually reside in action, in movement, in the past or the present. Meditation, zero, is stillness. I want to show you this. Y'all remember this from math? There's zero. So we're either in the negative one, negative two, which is the past, or you're either in the positive one, positive three, which is the future. And I know this is like backwards, but you know what the hell I'm talking about. So we're usually in action, either here or over here. But when we're in meditation, we're here, we're still. And I don't think there's a coincidence that zero happens to be a circle. I think that has a lot of meaning too. Zero, the circle, meditation, being in that space of creation, that source, is where it's not only infinite potential, but it's infinite information. So you can get yourself into a meditative state and have an intention and get some good freaking information from being in that state. Sleep actually has the potential of bringing us back to zero, bringing us back to source. But I feel like we have to sleep correctly. And what I mean by that is you have to maybe do some kind of prayer. And if you don't like prayer, you can do some kind of affirmations before you sleep. Because intention, when you have an intention before you do anything, it makes it more powerful. And an intention is like energy. It's like a structure. And so if you have an intention of, I'm going to lucid dream, if you have an intention of, I'm going to release these old belief systems that are no longer serving me so I can receive more light, if you have any kind of intention that you have, it's actually creating like a structure and an energy around you. And so you're most likely to experience whatever it is that you're trying to experience. When you learn to meditate, and it's a skill, it's a skill that needs to be learned. then you enjoy your life better because you are not so much in the past or the future, but you're in the present moment more often because your body and your subconscious and your conscious mind kind of know what it feels like to be in the present moment because they know what it feels like to be in zero, in serious meditation. And so you enjoy your life better in that way. That also elusive present moment. This is one reason why I love seeing people in their zone, when they're in their passion, when they're dancing or when they're singing or when they're painting or when they're DJing or whatever it is that puts people in their zone where they're like, they literally are in a meditative state when they're in their zone, when they're in their passion. It is a type of meditative state. And like I said before, when you're in that state, you access zero. You're accessing creation. And so when you're in that space, you're literally, and I mean like when you're actively doing something that turns into a meditative state, like you're dancing, for example, you're sending out ripples from you, from the center of you, into the space around you, and you literally affect the people that are around you. That's what inspires people. It's inspirational to people because they feel your authenticity. They feel you in your zone. They feel you in that meditative state. They feel your power of creation. And they feel you right in the middle of infinity, which is where you create. Inspiration, if you think about the word inspiration is taking a deep breath, inspiring, inspiration. So when you're in your zone and you're doing your DJ thing, or you're doing your painting or your singing or your poetry or whatever it is that puts you in your zone, you're literally breathing in the people around you, and you're inspiring them. That's pretty cool. You breathe them into source. You breathe them into zero because that's the space that you are in. And that is what inspires people. So, yeah. Stay in your joy. The more you stay in your joy, you create more joy. And I think that's all that I wanted to say. I'm still working on my own personal meditations. It takes me a while because I'm kind of scatterbrained and I need to learn how to just relax a little bit more. But I finally know why it's so freaking important, so now I'm actually going to put much more effort towards actually doing it more consistently. Alright, peace.